Hello everyone, welcome back to my survival series. This is episode 2, and today we're going to build a couple of cliffs and a ton of forest. There's going to be probably around 40 trees. But also, I think the update is going to come around the time that I'm going to finish this video, so I'm going to add that in there too. So, see ya, I guess. The next part is just building the forest. Time lapse. Hope you enjoy. The forest turned out way better than I expected, with a pond nearby and a couple of really nice features. I still have some work to do, and over there you see that tough thing. That's where I'm going to build a tree next. But right in this area, there's going to be a couple of smaller trees, like the people nearby have cut down the trees. Right here, just a nice little dock. It's meant to be so the villagers can get their water. Up there, that's one of my favorite parts about it, the dead tree. Right up here, I built a small little cliff in like 5 seconds. It turned out better than I expected. That frog just jumped straight over my head. And then right here, it's a hobbit hole. Looks more northern than the typical Minecraft ones. It's got a nice interior, and down below it is a honey farm, so I can get those copper grates waxed. The next thing we need to do is go over and try to find one of the nautilus or the camel husk. I'm hoping for the coral variant, but apparently it's supposed to be rare. It's a zombie version, so it's got to be ridden by a drowned. So I'm a little bit worried if I also have a connection from my ocean to the ocean over there. So I came down to the lukewarm one. Should be some pufferfish that I can catch, which I'm especially going to need to try to catch the nautilus and tame it. But also, I'm hoping this is the area where I can find the coral. I think that there might be a connection from my ocean, but it's worrisome, and I think I might not get the coral. But that's okay. It doesn't really matter. I'm just really excited that we can breathe underwater now. Okay, so I looked online at Seedmap. I don't have a connection, but also, the coral variant doesn't spawn here. For what reason? It's literally the only area with coral. So I had to go back because there's no way to get it to my ocean. And right here, I caught a couple. Just 2, so I don't know if there's a breeding thing, but just 2, so that my friend and I can do it. But yeah, these guys are amazing. I really love their hop. It goes like 12 blocks or 13. That is more than I expected. So, Mojang, you did really well, except for the coral variant thing, where they don't spawn in the coral biome. The only spot where there's a coral biome. Anyways, I forgot to record getting this camel husk, in the desert. So I just brought him over to my fish farm right over there, and this is also just the area where I have everything. So, I think we're done with that, and next up, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna try to build something in my home area. I just found a saddle. That's pretty nice. Leave him over here. Oh yeah, I remember. They can go up fences. So right up here is the building spot. I left it intentionally open because I felt like it would be a good area for the wood stock to keep the house warm. In lore, of course. But down here, I have been debating what to think, and a grain silo wouldn't work. It's not in an area where I really have wheat. So I've decided that the horses need a home. They've been locked up in this horse holes, just being rained on with no cover. So I'm going to build that, and I'm going to show not a time-lapse, but a showing of how I build it. So that, just got to get the land smoothed out a bit. So I think I'm going to go with getting some wood first, the stripped wood. This is the stuff that will get you the shelf. Yeah, shelf. So if I get that, I can make some shelves, and those are going to look amazing because they got the metal parts to them, like that they kind of look like manufactured in an actual way, rather than just plopping down some wood. So that's going to add to it, and I want to make this sort of like a really makeshift hut, like they just built it out of nowhere, which they would have in that time. And I think I like this window shaft right here. This one is one of my favorite parts of it, actually, because it sort of just, it's weird. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it gives the build more character. And I did not do any research to find out what a medieval or just horse farm in Middle Ages or medieval or Renaissance times would have actually looked like. This would be more Renaissance-y. But put up the that's the wrong spot. Put up the trapdoor, and then I think we'll do fences and maybe not cover it with roof to add some like more makeshift look vibes. Over on the side, gonna do some wheat. But I finished it up. The roof's all complete, and I really like how it looks, but I need to do details too. So I'm gonna put up the rails. I don't know what this is supposed to do. I've just seen it in build hacks. So I think it just holds down the wood if there's any like flash foot or something. But I'm not a lumberjack, so I don't know. Right under that little shack there, that's where I'm going to put some wheat, but in the future, so because I don't really want to go to the hassle of getting that right now. Put a couple lanterns, and then down here I think we also need some ferns, and I'm going to make this spot bushier because it's by the forest, but also sort of cut through with the path. I think that looks pretty nice, and then grab some over here. And in the pathway, I really like the new leaves because they just add more texture, and you can make more detail with them, including that I'm going to use a couple of mangrove roots. I don't know how it's going to look, but I'm going to leave it there anyway. And you can cover up the holes with the leaves. And I find that a nice detail, especially when you're in the water. You go along the paths. You can waterlog some mangrove as long as you cover the outsides, and then you put leaves on top, and you kind of don't see much water, but it looks like it rained recently. That's just a cool build hack I learned from my brother. So that's the thing, and my arm is doing some really weird stuff. It's dislocated. I didn't install anything, it just randomly happened. But yeah, I don't know what it's doing. This is the end of the video, though. I'm gonna maybe cut to the part where I'm holding the sword, because I kind of forgot to. But yeah, has this become recent glitch? Like, have any of you experienced this in Bedrock Edition? Because this is absolutely creepy. Anyway, waving goodbye for some reason. I guess it got it right, so I'm gonna put up the clip. You can leave if you want.